All right. Good morning and welcome back to the Now Morning Show. That's Dane Gulson in the background there. Well, that's your video that you just saw was his rendition of Hallelujah. Everybody knows that song. Everybody loves that song. And of course, Dane plays the song with perfection. Good morning to you,
So
Dane
beautifully.
Gulson.
So
Good
beautifully.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
A pleasant,
You
pleasant, it's a pleasant day at home.
as much as
you
possible,
know,
that's where most of us should be, unless we
yes,
have things to do outside that are essential. If we are one of the essential workers that are working on the front line, as the case may be. But then today we are chatting with you about the way forward, for the creative sector, and not only the soca artists and other artists who have a lot of gigs abroad and whatnot, but we want to find out from other perspectives as well. And you yourself as an arranger and panelist, we wanted to find out what it really means to you.
but again, good morning to all the viewers, all the listeners. Um, to be honest with you, it's as we know, it's very tough. It's very tough. Not getting to do what you love to do, and your God given gift to do in terms of perform for thousands, of people, not just locally but internationally. Um, but we can say a year and a half, a year and a couple months, for me as a panelist, is really, really, really hard, because you may have some. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to get into the nitty gritty, but your finances will always dwindle if you're not doing things constant,
Mhm.
It helps you a lot though, and give you a little more time to to master your craft. All right, if you want to put it that way,
How much
it's a
more you want to
positive.
master your craft?
Well, I mean, once you live in,
You
it
could
is
learn and
important
grow.
to get better every
Of
day,
course,
because
of
you
course.
don't you don't you don't really just master the craft just only for you, but you master the craft also to teach others,
Right.
in terms of what's coming. Because my kids play, and I will always
Yeah.
try to learn certainly, because they have modern um, things that you will always see and grow into, and develop into. And
But
um
then
and, and
I appreciate that positive outlook, but I want to go back to the nitty-gritties. I want to go back to the part that we have to talk about it because we can't. Everybody keeps all the creatives keep saying, yeah, we trying to make the best of the situation and all that. But the reality is, no work equals no pay, right?
yes, yes.
I want to know on a regular year, not on a non-pandemic year, approximately how often would you have gigs outside of Trinidad?
Oh, I perform outside. I mean, in terms of traveling, I will go outside at least, maybe about, to be honest with you, about 8 to near 10 times for the year.
8 to 10 times a
Right?
year, right? So you have not been
Yeah,
able to do any of those gigs for the
one,
last year and a half, like you said,
not one. I've not done one.
right?
Um, yeah.
So in terms of being able to fly out, right? Is it a matter of um, if you get vaccinated, there are gigs that are already lined up that you can take advantage of?
To a point, yes. Because I've been approached already a couple times already with different things. Because my job compared to soca artists and some other artists is a little different as a panelist. But I made my
Hmm.
name perform with Lord Kitchener and others. And like for instance, we'll do like the Mother's Day, the Father's Day shows, all right, Memorial Weekend, the the Independence and all that. All
Hmm.
right. And I have not really gotten any of those kind of gigs yet because they have not developed,
Right.
right? But other things like say parties, house parties, and we have the normal thing, the bar mitzvahs and other stuff. Um, Even funerals. I leave Trinidad and because someone asked me to perform in a funeral. And those are things, and some people actually did ask me because I have close friends who passed, not just
Hmm.
with the COVID, but other things. And to be honest with you, I just didn't want to go because of what was happening and we locked down. So it was kind of tough in terms of going out and then coming back in. Because
Right.
you will go. Instead of just something just saying in terms of tell you like leaving the country a couple of sometimes, well, you just go maybe for a weekend and do what you have to do, and you head back home.
Right.
But because of the pandemic, it's tough. As
Right.
you well know, we got that opportunity of being able to leave and get back in a timely fashion, when you want to get back. But it's I mean, as this, you sound like, it sounds like me in terms of, trying to ask, well, hey, let's be raw.
Yeah, I want to be. I mean, my name is Rokas.
Rocker. Yeah, it's really hard, and I know I might be going a little bit forward here, and that's one of the reasons too. I say, because I took my vaccine just a couple of days ago,
Right.
And the reason for that too is just, we had to get back to some sense of normalcy, and if this is to help us, if you himself feel normal, or just to help and assist us to be safe, flying the flag, not just in Trinidad, being your brother or sister's keeper. It's better we do it. Yes, we have some reservations on dealing with the vaccine. You don't know, but I think the best thing to do is to try and get some, if you want to call it, some education on it, and understand, understand exactly the benefits of what the vaccine can do for you. All right. And so we, especially in our field, is really, really, really tough. And we deal with thousands of people in.
Exactly.
And out.
We encourage people to gather as well. But Dane, thank you very much for joining us and for sharing your perspective on this, because I think it's very important. And people often overlook those things, like, going to funerals, bar mitzvahs, and the other things that are not just big fetes that people get bookings for. So thank you very much for joining us this morning, Dean, and for sharing your perspective on this.
Pan like salt, and pan has been
everything.
Yeah.
All right, Dean. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and please be safe.
Have a good one.
And thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. No problem.
All right, man.
Take care.
All right, with that one, we're going to take a short break and come back with much more. We have so much in the program here for you. So stay right where you are, or we'll make that tea or coffee quick and come right back. Because here's the best place to be.